Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and we are proceeding towards the next type of essay, and this type of essay in front of us is known as opinion essay. In opinion essay, normally what we are given with, we are normally given with multiple arguments. For an example, if in this question you see nowadays, green energy is becoming ever more prevalent in the both developed and developing countries. I have told you already, whenever you will look into the IELTS essay, first of all, you will identify the topic. The topic of this essay is green energy. What is the focus? Its prevalence means its popularity in both developed and developing. So now, some argue, means a few people say, that it greatly reduces the cost and better for environment. It is one side of the essay. And others believe that it is a serious threat to energy security. It is the second side of the essay. In opinion essay, try to understand one. Along with the topic, along with the focus, we are normally given with the two arguments. It is argument number 1 and it is argument number 2. We are not to work on one argument. We have to discuss both arguments in our essay. I'm now repeating in Urdu. Opinion essay में IELTS के टॉपिक और फोकस के साथ नॉर्मली 2 आर्गुमेंट्स दिए होते हैं. इन 2 आर्गुमेंट्स में से किसी एक पर बात नहीं करनी, हमें दोनों पे बात करके बताना है कि हम क्या सोचते हैं. So in this essay we will cover the topic and the focus along with side 1 along with side 2. मैं पहले बता चुका हूं, I have informed already that when we will talk about writing the essay, we will write the essay in 4 paragraphs. First paragraph will be introduction. Last 4th paragraph will be conclusion. This will be common in every essay. First paragraph will be introduction. 4th paragraph will be conclusion. Paragraph number 2 will be explanation. Paragraph number 3 will be explanation as well. Paragraph 2 of explanation will cover side 1. If it is advantage, disadvantage essay, paragraph 2 will explain advantages, 3 will explain disadvantage. If it is problem solution essay, paragraph 2 will explain problems, 3 will explain solutions. If it is opinion essay with 2 arguments, paragraph 2 will explain argument number 1 and paragraph number 3 will explain argument number 2. Clear? So we will answer essay in 4 paragraphs. Introduction, explanation, explanation and conclusion. Now, मैं ये बता चुका हूं, I have informed already that when we will write the introduction, we will work on 5S formulas. 5S formula. What is 5S? 5 sentences form. पहला सेंटेंस होगा टॉपिक और फोकस पर, दूसरा सेंटेंस होगा साइड 1 पर. अब यहां पे साइड 1 क्या है? आर्गुमेंट 1. साइड 2 क्या है? आर्गुमेंट 2. Sentence number 4 will be on what I think, what is my opinion. And argument and sentence number 5 will be what is my plan for this essay. अब अगर किसी बच्चे को ये याद नहीं है that सर ने कैसे essay लिखना सिखाया था, तो गूगल पे टाइप कर सकते हैं essay writing, IELTS essay writing with Zeeshan Sattar, तो खुल जाएंगे steps involved in essay writing. So there will be 5 steps. Step number 1 will be idea generation. अभी ऐसे हमारे सामने है, मैं इंट्रोडक्शन लिखने नहीं जा रहा, मैं सबसे पहले आइडियाज को मेंशन करूंगा क्वेश्चन पेपर, इन एग्जाम क्वेश्चन पेपर. फॉर एग्जांपल, जो लोग कहते हैं कि ये एनवायरमेंट के लिए अच्छा और कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव भी है ग्रीन एनर्जी, वो क्यों कहते होंगे? आई विल टेक 4 आइडियाज फॉर दिस फर्स्ट आर्गुमेंट. आइडिया एंड इंपैक्ट, लोग क्या सोच के ये कहते होंगे. नंबर 2, फिर मैं 4 आइडियाज लूंगा व्हाई इट इज थ्रेट टू एनर्जी सप्लाई और एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी, उस पर 4 आइडियाज लूंगा. इट इज स्टेप नंबर 1. तो स्टेप नंबर 1 है मैंने आइडिया जनरेट कर लिया, मैंने दोनों साइड जिनको एक्सप्लेन करना है उन पे 4 आइडियाज निकाल लूंगा उनके इंपैक्ट्स के साथ. देन आई विल एंटर इनटू स्टेप 2. मैं आप इंट्रोडक्शन लिखूंगा, स्टेप 3 एक्सप्लेनेशन लिखूंगा, स्टेप नंबर 4 मैं कंक्लूजन लिखूंगा, स्टेप नंबर 5 मैं रिव्यू करूंगा. आंसर के पैराग्राफ 4 ही होंगे, इंट्रोडक्शन, एक्सप्लेनेशन, एक्सप्लेनेशन एंड कंक्लूजन। अब यहाँ पे अगर आप ध्यान से देखें तो यहाँ पे दो आर्गुमेंट्स हैं। एक आर्गुमेंट में लोग कह रहे हैं कि ग्रीन एनर्जी ग्रेटली रिड्यूसेस द कास्ट एंड इट इज बेटर फॉर द एनवायरमेंट। आर्गुमेंट 1 के अंदर भी दो हिस्से हैं, एक कास्ट एफिशिएंसी का और एक एनवायरमेंट को बेहतर करने का। तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि अगर हमें इसको लिखना चाहिए या अगर हमने 4 पॉइंट्स बनाने हैं आर्गुमेंट्स 1 के लिए, तो हमें क्या करना होगा? हमें आर्गुमेंट्स 1 के 4 पॉइंट्स बनाने के वास्ते हमें क्या करना होगा? हमें आर्गुमेंट 1 के 4 पॉइंट्स बनाने के वास्ते 2 पॉइंट्स कास्ट रिडक्शन से रेलेवेंट बनाने चाहिए, 2 पॉइंट्स हमें बनाने चाहिए एनवायरमेंट के हवाले से, फिर 4 पॉइंट्स बनाएंगे एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी के। So in this way we will work. Again, I'm repeating again. So after writing the introductory sentence in the introduction, I will write a sentence number 2 on argument 1, sentence number 3 on argument 2, sentence 4 on my opinion, sentence 5 on my plan of action. But before writing the introduction, my students will go for what? They will identify 4 points in favor of argument 1, 4 points in favor of argument number 2. Argument number 1 is about two things, cost reduction and environment. So we will take 2 points for cost reduction. We will take 2 points for environment. And then for side 2, we will make 4 points for why people would be thinking that it is a threat to energy security. So I'm going to write the ideas that I will explain in the essay. In exam room, you will write these ideas on your question paper. So I'm going to work on the ideas. So now it is argument 1. It is argument 1. So people who believe that green energy is very helpful for the cost reduction, why they would have been thinking that was a true system. Source is natural. Source is natural. If the source is natural, there is no survey or exploration cost. When there will be no exploration or the survey cost, what will happen? No exploration and survey cost, obviously the supply will be cheaper. Number 2, why they would have been thinking that it's the cost-effective source. Number 2, no big rigs and storage warehouses needed. This will lead to what? Reduction. Reduction in safety cost. Reduction in storage cost. Reduction in the infrastructure cost. Number 3. Now 2 points are done for the cost reduction. Now I'm working on environment, a point of environment. Why the people would have been thinking that this is better for environment means green energy. Green energy means solar, hydro, and wind power, by the way. No toxic gases emission. कोई toxic gas नहीं निकलती इसके यूज में. Okay, so good for environmental protection. Number 4 is no heating process. No heating process, it is good for global warming issue. I'm not saying to follow these points. I'm saying that in this way we will think that what I'm going to write down. हमें ये सोचना है कि लिखना क्या है. तो हम पहले उसको क्वेश्चन पेपर के ऊपर नोट कर लेंगे. हम अपने हिंट पॉइंट्स बना लेंगे. ये 4 पॉइंट्स में आर्गुमेंट 1 के हक में लिखूंगा, ये 4 पॉइंट्स में आर्गुमेंट 2 के हक में लिखूंगा. आर्गुमेंट नंबर 2. The people say that it is a serious threat to energy security. वो कहते हैं बिजली मिलनी नहीं पाए. आप कहाँ बैठे हैं, बिजली मिलनी नहीं. वो ऐसा क्यों कहते होंगे? Source, it is over dependence. It is over dependence on nature. If it is over dependence on the nature, uncertainty will be lost. Uncertainty will be hard. बहुत ज़्यादा uncertainty होगी. Uncertainty will be more. Number 2, there is climate change issue. In whole world. The climate change issue in the whole world. Unpredictable supply. दुनिया में इतने मौसम से इतनी स्पीड से मौसम बदल रहा है कि आप सप्लाई प्लान ही नहीं कर सकते. नंबर 2, इसलिए कहते होंगे ये सीरियस थ्रेट है एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी. एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी मींस प्रोविजन ऑफ एनर्जी. नंबर 3, तीसरा नंबर पे क्यों कहते हो? नो स्टॉक level maintenance. Stock level maintenance. Okay, so uncertain supply. Finally, big investments needed for storage, batteries. This will lead to poor countries problem. The poor countries problem. So they may be saying that this will be a serious threat to energy security because of these 4 points. So now once we have done with the initial ideas that what we have to write, then we are going to write the introduction. सर ने बताया आपको आइडिया जनरेशन पे कितने मिनट लगाएंगे? 5 मिनट. इंट्रोडक्शन पे 5 मिनट. एक्सप्लेनेशन पैराग्राफ नंबर 1 यानी कि पैरा 2 पे 10 मिनट्स. एक्सप्लेनेशन पैरा नंबर 2 यानी कि पैरा 3 पे 10 मिनट्स. कितने मिनट्स हो गए? 5 5 10 10 and 10 total 30. 5 minutes I have given you for the conclusion. 5 minutes for the review. In this way we complete the essay in 40 minutes. So now I'm going to write the introduction. The first sentence will cover the both things, green energy and its focus on the developed and developing countries. Okay, the green energy has become, I do not change the pattern of my writing in any essay for the reason that if you will follow one pattern, मैं नहीं change करता pattern को. ना ही मैं अपने templates को ना pushers को change करता हूँ. To initiate with pusher लगाएं पहला. It is important to understand pusher लगाएं. It is also noticeable pusher लगाएं. Adding to it pusher लगाएं. Finally, heading towards pusher लगाएं. Paragraph number 3 पे आ जाओ. Heading towards pusher लगाएं. Furthermore, pusher लगाएं. Moreover, pusher लगाएं lastly. And then इसी तरह से कंक्लूजन के 5 सेंटेंसेस भी मैंने डिफाइन करके बताया ताकि आपको एस्से के बदलने से पैटर्न ना बदला. अगर आपको हर दफा पैटर्न बताना पड़ेगा तो आप प्रैक्टिस में नहीं होंगे, आप रिदम में नहीं होंगे, टाइम नहीं आएगा खुदा. सो ग्रीन एनर्जी हैज बिकम majestic fantasy across the globe. Due to numerous distinct features. ग्रीन एनर्जी पूरी दुनिया में एक मैजेस्टिक फैंटेसी बन चुकी है अपनी कुछ यूनिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक की वजह से. सो ग्लोब क्यों यूज किया? बिकॉज the essay says the word developed and developing countries means the word is having two type of countries, developed and developing, means that we're talking about the whole globe. जब दुनिया में है ही 2 तरह के मुल्क तो फिर पूरा ग्लोब फोकस हो रहा है. अगर किसी ने नहीं लिखना मैजेस्टिक फैंटेसी, they can say the green energy has become popular across the globe due to numerous distinct features. Distinct can be replaced with unique features, जैसे आपको अच्छा लगे, but try not to use more common words. Now I'm going to write sentence number 2 and it will be on one side article. On one hand, a few believe that green energy, you can even use a synonym, renewable energy. Renewable energy like solar, hydro, and wind power is cost efficient and cost efficient. We have already used word and wind power is cost efficient with environment friendly. Full stop. On one hand, एक तरफ कुछ लोग कहते हैं green energy like solar, hydro, and wind power are cost efficient and environment friendly. You will see on the YouTube, some people say that paraphrase the argument, reword the argument while writing the essay. I'm not saying it. I'm saying one sentence you have to write towards side number 1. It is better to reproduce the argument that is given here. इसी को reproduce कर दें, word को change कर दें, there is not a problem. Even this can work. If you want to write your own sentence, you can even write, that is not a problem. So I have written one sentence from side number 1. On the other hand, while on the other hand, on the other side, comma, some opine कहते हैं, some opine that green energy sources are, or the green energy is a potential challenge for consistent energy or the power supply. वो कहते हैं कि ये तो पावर सप्लाई के लिए बहुत बड़ा खतरा है. Potential challenge, what I did, serious potential and threat challenge for consistent power supply. मैंने words change कर दिए. Full stop. Now it's my opinion style. Sentence number 4. In my opinion, comma, this source of energy is a real blessing for whole world community, for the whole world community. I will explain last sentence and this will contain your plan. I will explain the both arguments in detail later in this essay or later in my write-up. Both are fine. I told you, जब 5 sentences का formula use करेंगे ना जनाब, तो about 80 words का introduction बनेगा. हमें एग्जाम में 250 words देखने मिनिमम. हम इंशाल्लाह 350 एक रीड लिखेंगे 40 मिनट. If I count it down, these 5 sentences that have given me 83 words. I'm rounding it at 80. I told you, when you will follow the 5S formula, inshallah, the introduction will be at 80 words, and it is on 80. So now I'm going to write paragraph number 2. It is introduction. What I have written already, it is introduction. Now remember, in exam, we are not to paste headings. Exam में ये heading ना लिखते फिरना. ये मैं आप लोगों को समझाने के लिए लिख रहा हूँ. फिर पता लगे exam में भी headings वहां पे दिए हुए हों. It is now para 2. And it is explanation side 1. Now. So after every paragraph, you should leave one line in exam on your answer sheet. Okay. So now the side 1 will cover the first argument. Some people argue that it is greatly they greatly reduce the cost and good for the environment. जिसके ये 4 points हमने लिखे हैं. We have written these 4 points here for this specific point. So no source is natural, so no survey or exploitation cost. Okay. To initiate with this whole template I have written in the first class. So if somebody is not having that, type on the Google how to write the explanation paragraph of the essay. They will find the lecture on how to start this paragraph. Okay. To initiate with the argument of green energy as expense saving tool, comma, this is important. This whole template I have written with you. On the daily basis, I repeat that. This is important to understand that solar, wind, or hydro power does not involve mega exploration expenditures which make it cheaper, full stop. For an example, what I've told you. How many arguments in one side paragraph? 4 arguments, 4 impacts. And how many examples? 2. For an example, comma, sunlight. For an example, sunlight, natural wind, and water are the primary acquisition हासिल करना, acquisition sources. Full stop. So now I'm going toward the second pusher and the second idea. It is also noticeable. It is also noticeable that, what was the second point now? Big rigs not needed. Noticeable that there is no need for bigger infrastructures like rigs in fossil fuels जो जमीन से निकलते हैं, पेट्रोलियम वगैरह. For bigger infrastructures, no need for bigger no need of होगा ना. There is no need of bigger infrastructures like rigs in fossil fuels or warehouses for preservation. Full stop. For instance, मिसाल के तौर पे, for instance, comma, no safety and security expense is associated with natural energy sources. Full stop. So now argument number 3. Now this argument number 3 will be like number 3, no toxic emission, So emission means it is about the environment now. Pusha, adding to it. It is addition word. Adding to it, comma. There is very low emission involved in utility. There is very less emission of smoke and toxic gases are involved. Emission के साथ is involved in utility of green energy which is very healthy for or very healthy to curtail, means reduce the overall pollution index. So the आखिरी point, finally, and what was the last point? Global warming. There is no heating process involved in green energy burning that is supportive for controlling the global warming issue universally. So here is energy, here it is warming. So now we have written paragraph number 2, and this paragraph number 2 was the explanation of side number, means argument number 1. I told you if you follow 4 ideas, 4 impacts in 2 examples, your paragraph will be at about 120 words. So we are going to work on it. We are going to check it out. It is 131. Make it 130. So we are going for the third paragraph of the essay. And this will explain side number 2. What is side number 2? It is the argument of belief of serious threat to energy security. Heading towards, I'm following the same pattern. I'm not changing the pattern at all. For your mental ease, heading towards the viewpoint. Do not repeat the words unduly. Words को undue repeat ना करें because examiner vocabulary के नंबर काट लेगा. So viewpoint लिखा है, मैं argument भी लिख सकता था, पर मुझे पता है मैंने ऊपर वाले पैराग्राफ के शुरू में argument का word यूज किया है. Heading towards the viewpoint of green energy as a threat to energy security. We have already used the word energy supply. Now I'm using energy security, comma. The major factor leading to this perspective, leading to this perspective is the over-dependence on nature. Full stop. Sentence was getting bigger, so I've broken it down. So इसका impact अब अलग से लिख देता हूँ. On the nature, the same will become a cause of uncertainty in persistent, लगातार, in persistent supply of power in society. Full stop. Furthermore, addition word means another pusher. Idea number 2 will come up now. Furthermore, what was the idea number 2? Climate change. Furthermore, there is a massive debate on climate change. Climate change problem in the developed and developing countries. Full stop. I'm breaking the sentence. Now write the impact on the second paragraph, second sentence. The same weather transformation will lead to an unpredictable supply of power. Full stop. Idea number 3. It is about no stock level maintenance. Pusher, addition word, moreover, comma. The word is lacking storage and stocking facilities. Pertaining to green energy. This is the reason. There is no safety. There is no safety stock concept in majority. Full stop. We are on the last point now. Lastly, comma. Word needs to put on a lot of funds in making storage batteries like Japan and Germany, which may not be an easy task for underdeveloped countries like poor countries. Okay, full stop. We are done with this. I told you 4 arguments, 4 points, and para number 3 means explanation 2 will contain, with 2 examples, will contain about 100 words. It is 125. Okay, we are on now the conclusion. In conclusion, paragraph number 4, we follow 5S approach. Paragraph number 4, conclusion. Okay. What was the first sentence that we are using? We always use that, concluding that topic. In my personal point of view, comma, green energy usage is a evidence of cost saving and environmental factor. Is a evidence of cost saving and environmental protection without any doubt. Without a doubt. However, now final sentence. However, comma. So now concluding the topic, sentence 1. In my personal point of view, sentence number 2. Then side 1, sentence 3. However, number 4. And now I'm going to write the 5th one and I'm going to conclude the conclusion. However, word may require a handsome investment in storage, batteries, which are नाकाबिले इसको छोड़ा नहीं जा सकता, which are inevitable for long term survival. लॉन्ग टर्म में अगर आपने सर्वाइव करना है तो आप लिए स्टोरेज बैटरीज इनएविटेबल हैं, आप इनको छोड़ नहीं सकते. So now conclusion, I told you with 5 sentences, I told you that it will be on about 45 words. This is 41 words. So it is 40, you make it 40. So look at the essay that what we have written. It was 80, it was 135, it was 125, it was 40, and overall this made what? This made about 215, 315, 340, and 380 words essay. At the end, if we follow 4 ideas of side 1 with 4 impacts, 2 examples of every side. If you want to write an essay of about 300 words, you can reduce the ideas from 4 to 3. But if you can easily manage, as I have told you people, then it will be very good to go for 4 ideas, because you will be having more stronger ideas and arguments for sentencing. If you would not be able to work on the if you will not be able to make example of any idea, if ideas will be more, your total number of words will not reduce from 300, and that is the appropriate mark students must achieve that. It is the way of writing the opinion essay. You will seek 2 arguments in opinion essay. One is the argument of one side, second is the argument of second side. After introduction, in paragraph number 2, explain one argument, and then in paragraph number 3, explain the second argument, and then write the conclusion, introduction, explanation, argument 1, explanation, argument 2, and then the conclusion. In this way, in 4 paragraphs, write your answer of the essay. If there is any question, I will be very happy to answer the question if there is any, but I believe that this practice that we are making since 5 days now would be very, very appropriate, and you people would be learning something. So your opinion about the learning and your questions about the topic would be very encouraging for me as well. So please put on the questions.